everyone, welcome back. In today's video, I am going to be showing you what is new at the drugstore. I recently went to CVS and I also made a couple of trips to Target and I ordered some items off of Amazon that were new, and I'm going to be applying everything to my face, showing you how I achieved this makeup look right here. Everything that I purchased in store was on one of those displays right up front where they typically will put new products. So I'm hoping they are truly new. I believe most of the items I'm going to be showing you have only been out for a couple of weeks or so. In fact, the lip gloss I'm wearing right now, I did have to order on Amazon because I was unable to find it in any of my local Walgreens or CVS or Target. So without any further ado, let's jump into what's new at the drugstore and show you how I achieved this look and give you my thoughts on the products. All right, so I've already applied my foundation and my concealer because I did not see any new foundations or concealers on my trip to the drugstore. If I had, I would have purchased something, but I went to CVS, Target, and Herman Face Values, and none had any new foundations or concealers. So that's already on, and the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to try this brow product from Maybelline. It is their brow extensions. And when I picked it up, I thought, is this like a brow gel? I'm sure you've seen those, like I've seen those. I have a couple where it adds fibers through a little tiny brush, like a gel. But this is a chunky pencil. And I know Maybelline's come out with quite a few new brow products recently, but I had never seen this one. It says, for naturally thick brows. And I have naturally very thin brows. I did, however, bring over my some of my go-to brow products, just in case this doesn't work out. I also never know what shade to get in brow products because there's typically a choice between taupe, blonde, and soft brown. And depending on the brand and the product, blonde can be too light, taupe can be too ashy, soft brown can be too dark, or soft brown could be just perfect. Anyway, I never know which one to get, so I ended up going with the blonde. Okay, so this is what it looks like. Now I'm going to use my spoolie from my Benefit pencil. I always have to brush my brow hairs into place first. I don't know about this. I have my doubts. All right, okay, it's going on nicely. Huh, not bad. Not bad at all. I don't think I have ever done my brows so quickly. That's amazing. I think they do look fuller. Can you tell? I'm so shocked. All right, so now we are going to move on to eyeshadow. There was a brand new CoverGirl True Blend display at my CVS, and there were eyeshadows and there were some blushes. There were 3 True Blend blushes available, but they all seemed very dark. There was a 4th that was sold out. That is probably the one I would have gotten. I looked it up afterwards on the internet, and yeah, it looked like a peachy pink called Love Me. So needless to say, I don't have it, but I did get this eyeshadow palette called True Naked Eyeshadow Quad 760 is the number. This definitely looked more brown in the store. It's looking very lavender-ish right now. So I'm gonna go in with the second shade right here. and run that through my crease. I'm just going to do a very quick and easy, I was about to say daytime look, but if you know me at all, this is going to likely turn into more of a nighttime look for a lot of you. Or what would be a nighttime look for a lot of you. Daytime look for me. So I am covering the entire lid basically. I'm starting in the crease, but I'm sort of blending over the entire lid. And this is not super pigmented, but I always say this about not super pigmented eyeshadows. That's actually okay for a beginner, especially if it can be built up. A lot of times when eyeshadows are just super pigmented right from the initial application, it's a lot harder for people to blend that out versus building up. Building up is a lot easier, is what I'm trying to say. So this is a nice transition shade. I'm not sure how well this would show up on someone with darker skin. I don't think it would. But now I'm gonna go in with the darker color on the end. There's a lot of kick up with this. But I just tap off my excess. I'm feeling like this might have a lot of fallout based on the amount of kick up that I got. So I'm gonna take a tissue and I am going to place it right here, just in case. This is not very pigmented either. But it's buildable. And I'm going to go in with my fluffy brush again, blend it out. Okay, so this is what my palette currently looks like. I hope this will focus. So I never like to blow on my palettes. I know some people do that. They would go and blow on their palette. I don't like to do that. I like to just tap it off onto a tissue. And now with my finger, I'm going to try the shimmer shade, although it's not very shimmery. I'm going to press that onto my lid. It's kind of looking a bit of a mess. I decided to go in with a brush instead to give me some more control. And no matter how much blending I do, it's still just looking pretty patchy, and I don't know. I am not liking this at all. It's been years since I've used any CoverGirl eyeshadows, simply because I've just never liked the quality. But I thought perhaps they had improved, but no such luck. I need to figure out a way to salvage this. So what I think I'm going to do is honestly, I'm going to take the sponge tip applicator and the white-ish shimmery shade, and I'm going to apply that to my lid. And I'm going to go into the brown from my e.l.f. Pumpkin Pie palette and touch up the outer corners. All right, this was definitely a fail, but I'm gonna see if I can have it come together with the liner and mascara and the rest of the makeup. So for eyeliner, I spotted this Milani matte eyeliner, 17-hour wear, waterproof. It says that it has a bold matte finish. We'll see. This appears to be one of those two-part liquid eyeliners where you take the applicator out of the base versus, you know, a pen liquid liner, which is what I'm used to. We'll see. Ooh, the packaging is nice. It's sleek and matte. Okay, liquid eyeliner on camera, my favorite. In case you couldn't tell, that was me being very sarcastic because I hate putting liquid eyeliner on camera. So obviously one cannot speak when trying to apply liquid eyeliner. But now that the eyeliner is on, I can speak. And I like it. I am liking the matte liner. I'm not sure I've ever used a matte liquid liner before. You can tell when it's dry, which is good, especially for hooded eyes, because it went on shiny and then it dried to a matte finish pretty quickly. So that's a good thing, because a lot of us with hooded eyes, when we do liquid liner, as soon as we open up our eyes, it gets on our lids. So this is nice. I was able to get a lot of control with this. All right, so far, the brow product and the eyeliner, winners. Eyeshadow, not a winner. All right, moving on to lashes. I am just going to curl my lashes and apply some mascara. I did purchase, not at the drugstore, but on Amazon because I could not find it at the drugstore. I did purchase the CoverGirl Professional 3-in-1 waterproof mascara. I had seen somewhere, I can't remember where, a model saying that this was the only mascara she'd ever used that actually held curl. And I struggle with that too. I definitely wanted to try it. I don't really like wearing waterproof mascaras on a daily basis though. I find that they really dry out your lashes. But once in a while, I think it's okay. So I'm gonna curl my lashes and apply this mascara. So that was underwhelming. The mascara was very dry. It definitely holds the curl, but it doesn't do much for my lashes by way of lengthening or volumizing. Okay, I don't know what else to say about that. Let's go back to underneath the eyes. I'm gonna take a flat brush. So I'm gonna go back into the palette and use the same color we used as the first outer corner shade. And just apply that right under here. Now I'm going to use that light shade and pop that in my tear ducts. Ooh, it works nicely for that. That I like. Oh, it's a really nice inner corner highlight. I think I'm going to put a little bit of this right under the brow as well. Okay, so the eyes are pretty much done. Now I'm going to move on to the face. So up next is this bronzer from Milani. It's fairly new. I think I purchased it about a month ago, maybe 6 weeks. It's the Silky Matte Bronzing Powder in Suntan. And I'm just going to use this to bronze up my entire face. I have used this before and I love it. It smells so good. It smells like the beach and it gives me such a nice bronzy color. Dare I say I prefer this over my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush bronzer. So the next product I'm using is also somewhat new within the last couple of months. It is the Maybelline Cheek Heat Liquid Blush. I purchased one about a week ago for the very first time in the shade Nude Flush, and I loved it so much I decided I wanted to pick up another shade, so I went for Rose Flush this time, something a little bit hopefully brighter. The Nude Flush is great for just a natural everyday look. Not that this one couldn't be, but I don't know. I just wanted something a little bit more vibrant. And these are so, so good. They don't stay on quite as long as my Glossier Cloud Paints do, but they stay on a decent amount of time. And what you can do is you can layer a powder over this liquid blush if you want to, and it will stay all day. I also have very oily skin, so if you aren't as oily, you might have better luck with the staying power. And it's so natural looking. And I like to bring it in a little bit so it kind of looks like I have a little touch of sunburn. And now for my lips. I am going to start with a lip liner from this e.l.f. Retro Paradise collection. I actually ordered this online. I will be doing, at least I think I'm going to be doing a review of the eyeshadow palette, the Retro Paradise eyeshadow palette. I am playing around with it some more before I actually do a review and tutorial. The lip liners in this set are very nice. I don't really like the gloss. It has a weird texture and a weird scent to it, but the lip liners are good. And this is the second to lightest lip pencil in the set. It's a really nice nude. I purchased 4 of the new Maybelline Lifter lip glosses. I could not find these in stores, so I did order these on Amazon. But I'm hearing that they are popping up more and more in stores like Target and Walgreens. But again, I ordered mine from Amazon, and I picked up 4 shades, which I will swatch and label for you. And for today's look, I'm going to use the shade Silk. The only thing I don't like about the packaging on these is that when you go to put it back, it kind of pops out and you really have to push the 2 sides together to close it. It's not a big deal. It's just something I noticed that was just a little annoying. These remind me so much of the Fenty glosses, from the size of the doe foot applicator to the texture to the smell. If you've been wanting to try Fenty glosses, which by the way are some of my favorite glosses on the market, you need to try these. And these glosses contain hyaluronic acid, which we all know is great for our skin and lips. Okay, so for some reason my camera shut off and I didn't notice, so I didn't capture me applying this Wet n Wild Hello Halo Blush highlighter. I just put a little bit of both right on the tops of my cheekbones and on my nose. And now I'm going to fix up my hair and give you my final thoughts on everything. All right, so I think it was pretty obvious during the demo what products I think are great and what products I think are not so great and that can easily be passed on, but I will quickly run through them again. The Maybelline Brow Extensions, I was really impressed by this. I was also really impressed with the new Milani Stay Put Matte Liquid Eyeliner. I had never used a matte liquid eyeliner before. I've always just used ones that had a glossy finish. And let me just say, I am now a convert to a matte liquid liner. I also love the Maybelline Cheek Heat and the Milani Bronzer. The Lifter glosses are so good. In my mind, they are definitely a dupe for the Fenty glosses. They're shiny, they smell good, they look good. I also really liked the lip liners that were in this Retro Paradise set. As I mentioned in the demo, the gloss was just but I think that it's worth the price just for the lip liners. And the nude shade that I used is perfection. I'm gonna be reaching for that a lot. The only products that I really did not like were the CoverGirl eyeshadow quad and the mascara, which was not new, but I thought I'd mention it anyway since I used it in the tutorial. This was just a no-go. It's very unimpressive, as is the eyeshadow palette, sadly. But the good news is there are plenty of other great eyeshadow palettes on the market that are affordable, like e.l.f., like BH Cosmetics. Milani makes a bunch of great eyeshadow palettes that are very high quality. So even though I do like the way the finished eye look came out, I still would not recommend these eyeshadow palettes. All right, I really hope you all enjoyed seeing what's new at the drugstore. If you did, please give the video a thumbs up. If you're not already subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you can become part of the Risa Does Makeup family. You can also find me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter under the same username. It's all Risa Does Makeup. Once again, thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you again very soon.